Live from Cowley College, welcome to the Tigers Den.
Hello, Tigers, and welcome to edition 3 of Tigers Den. I'm here with Andrew.
What's up?
Kobe, and Jared. We got a lot of sports talk to cover, but right now we're going to head over to W.S. Scott Auditorium, see who's the best three-point shooter in this group. It's probably going to be Kobe. He's our basketball player, but who knows? Maybe an upset's brewing. Stay tuned for everything.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to this special area at Tigers Den. We are going to do something really fun today. We're going to be having a three-point contest against Jared, Kobe, and Joe. And you know what? I'm going to shoot, but I'm going to suck, so you're going to see that on Twitter. But let's go here and ask Kobe. Kobe, how do you think your three-point shot is?
It's pretty good. I mean, on a basketball team, work on it every day, so I'm pretty confident in my shot.
I'm just saying, if one of these two guys beat Kobe, oh boy, oh boy. Joe, you played basketball in high school. How's your three-point shot?
All I'm going to say is I led the league in charges, not three-point field goal percentage. So.
All right. Well, and then there's my big man with the plan, Jared, over here. Jared, how are you going to do tonight?
I hope I make at least, 4 or 5. Go 50. I'll take it.
All right. Here we go, guys. Let's get this thing started. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. It is time for the main event you have all been waiting for. We're going to start off with the man, the myth, the legend, the producer of this show, Mr. Jared Oberlechner. Close enough. All right, here we go. 10 shots. Go. First shot's up. A little bit too high, 0 for 1. Second shot. Off the rim, 0 for 2. Here we go. See what Jared can do here. Third shot. Oh, in and out, no good. Still close, not good enough though. Let's see, come on. There's one. 1 for 4. Attaboy. Oh, Jared hits 2 in a row. Jared for 3 in a row. Off a little bit. 3 for 5. 3 for 6 ain't bad. The shot. Off just by a little bit. Jared not doing bad. He said he wanted to hit 4. Jared's hit 2 so far. Oh, a little hard. Last one, last shot. Here we go. Hey, way to finish off on a strong note. Kobe, you ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's start shooting those threes, baby. Kobe's first shot. In and out, no good. 0 for 1. Second shot. In and out, no good. 0 for 2. Just got to keep on shaking them off. It's the way of the game. Third shot. In and out, no good. 0 for 3. Next shot. Makes it. There we go. 1 for 4. 25% now. Next shot. In and out, no good. Rebound, Burgos. The shot. In. There's made 2. 2 for 6. Not bad so far. The shot. Hits 3. 3 for 7. Starting to warm up. Hits 4. Starting to warm up. 4 for 8. 50%. Makes it again. 5. Next shot. Walks out. Man. 6. 6, 6, 6 for Kobe. Man, I just said that really bad, but oh well. What'd you say, Joe?
What pressure is there on me?
That's a great point. That is a great point. Here we go. The game to beat is 6. Here we go. Joe's first shot. In and out, no good. Close. Taking his time on the shot. Second shot, in and out, no good. 0 for 2, not bad. He's got plenty of shots left to go. Second shot. Oh, in and out, no good. Very, very close. Next shot is up. Makes it. There we go, 1. Hey, he's having a good time with this, Joe is. Next shot up. Yes, sir, there's 2. Uh-oh. There's 3. Oh, he looked at the camera. He looked at the camera. The shot for 3. He's on 4. He's on 4. Next shot is up for 4. He's on 5. He's on 5. One more to tie. For the tie. Oh, no way. Ladies and freaking gentlemen, Joe, Joe, you started to heat up there. You did a great job. You put Kobe Campbell in contention. How do you think that went?
I mean, we got to finish it out, though, you know. I mean, it's all good. Like I said, what pressure was there on me? So I went out there, I shot my shot. Y'all couldn't watch that us.
All right, guys, you just saw every single one of these guys shoot amazing. But if you want to see me shoot the best, you go on Twitter, Tigers Den CC. You go look us up, follow us. We'll be posting a lot of fun little clips and fun stuff like that. But you need to follow us on Twitter because it's fun. Now go on Twitter and go watch me hit some threes. Peace out.
Be sure to head over to @TigersDenCC on Twitter to see Andrew, our last contestant, participate in the three-point contest.
All right, week 10 in the NFL just wrapped up. We had a crazy weekend this week. First game we had, Colts versus Titans. Colts won 34-17. What do you guys think about that?
I think the Colts just kind of showed the Titans' weakness. You know, they didn't feed the ball to Derrick Henry enough, and it just wasn't a normal Titans game that we've seen this year. The Titans have done a really good job this year playing football. So seeing them play like that was really, really weird. And I think it's just one minor bump in the road. Hopefully after this they get back up and keep on moving.
2 takeaways from this game. One of them everybody already knew, and that's Colts O-line. They're for real. And then Titans, you got to stick to the run throughout the game. You can't panic. You got to keep feeding Derrick Henry. That'll open up Tannehill's game. You got to stick with the run, though, if you're the Titans.
All right, we got a close one. We got the Packers versus Jags. Packers barely won 24-20. All I got to say is I'm surprised that the game was that close. The Jags have the 31st ranked defense in the whole entire league. And Aaron Rodgers, he did end up throwing for 300-plus yards, but they were like empty calories. He got at the end of the game. Before that, he was struggling the entire game. So what do you guys think about that?
I'm very scared of this Packers team. Very close games in which they're losing to some of them. It's just very scary to watch right now. I mean, their defense is – I don't know what's up with their defense.
Andrew and I love to see Packers games flow.
Yeah, we do. I think the Packers defense is one thing they did not improve on at all this year. And the Packers defense wasn't the best last year. They're not the best this year. They really need to work on that defensive line to stop that run game. I think maybe the Packers came in thinking, oh, this is the Jaguars. Even though Aaron Rodgers said today on the Pat McAfee show it wasn't that. But, overdowning a team can definitely turn into that.
The Packers in the NFC Championship game against the 49ers let Mozart have 11 yards per carry before he was touched. Yeah. That can't fly. And then what did they do with their first-round pick? They picked Jordan Love, and it's a draft. You got D linemen in this draft, so we're going to see if the Packers this next offseason, if their managing is on something, or if they're like actually going to try to improve this team, because the Jordan Love pick did not make much sense to me.
They better, because time's running out with Aaron Rodgers, so they need to get moving.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Father Time.
I give him about 2-3 more years with the Packers, and then we'll probably move on to Jordan Love.
Okay, I agree.
He's probably not too happy that they picked Love.
But he's playing great this year, so.
Right there.
All right, next we got Dolphins, Chargers. We got Tua, 3-0 as a starter. I mean, what's up with that? What do you guys think about Tua?
I love Tua. Dolphins' defense is playing really well lately, especially with Tua playing. But I'm just excited for Tua's future. He's looking good. Like, people are bagging on him for that first game. He's only threw 95 yards. He didn't have to do anything. The Dolphins' defense really carried that whole game where Tua didn't even have to be on the field that long.
Yeah, I agree. I think Tua and Justin Herbert are the future of this league. Herbert's done a really good job, lost all those close ones, lost them with the one-possession game at the end. But you know what? Tua Tagovailoa, as everyone thought, was going to be a really, really good quarterback in this league. Super excited to see him doing well, and it's going to be great to see the future of this league playing out.
Yeah, and so far, he's Rookie of the Year. I'm a Vikings fan, so I kind of like I kind of would like to see Justin Jefferson, but right now you can't argue with 3-0 as a starter as a quarterback in this league. So
what are we in? Week 9? We're in week 9.
We just finished
week 11. We're going into week 11.
We're going to week 11.
Yeah.
And he's 3-0 as a starter.
Yeah.
So he's only played 3 games.
Yeah, there's a lot of time. There's a lot of time for that to get blown.
I don't know. I have to say Justin Herbert is my.
Yeah, are you saying
Tua
Tua is going to be the Rookie of the Year now?
Well, right now, yeah. I mean, you can't. I don't know.
Towards the end of the season.
Now, towards the end, we don't know what's going to happen. But right
So-
now, you can't argue with 3-0. That's my whole thing.
Yeah, but dude, Herbert and
Okay,
Burrow have been playing way better than
it's a winning man's league, though. That's the
true.
thing.
That's a great point.
If you're a quarterback in the NFL,
but
you're
you
there
also
to
got to
win.
realize Herbert is playing for the Chargers. Joe's playing for the Bengals.
Yeah.
Well, what were the Dolphins last year, though? I mean, they were kind of a joke. I mean, they got beat.
Dude, Fitzpatrick could still be in, and they'll still be playing
And
well.
I agree with that, but I mean, it's just as far as like coming in as a rookie, winning your first 3 games, that's not easy to find.
Guys, I don't know what you're talking about. Clyde Edwards, hilarious rookie of the year.
Oh no!
Just
Oh,
kidding.
my
No,
goodness.
I think I'm gonna have to pick Air Bear on this one, Justin Herbert. I think that Tua's got a great chance. It's gonna be a good battle to see what happens towards the end of the year, to see who wins Rookie of the Year.
I'm not set on this by any means. Like, this is a battle to the end.
I was going to say
Yeah.
I'm taking Clyde over Herbert, or not Herbert,
Over Tua?
over Tua right now, just because he's played more and he's.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
I mean, there are multiple layers to that debate. So.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to figure out what happens the rest of the year.
Yeah. All right, we have the craziest game of the weekend. Arizona
Oh.
playing the Bills. All I gotta say is, if you don't think DeAndre Hopkins is the best wide receiver in the game right now, you're crazy.
I converted.
You're crazy.
I converted from Julio Jones to DeAndre Hopkins after that play. I mean, that's just he's a dog. I mean, he went up there and he caught that football when nobody else was. I mean, and you see, Jordan Brand is going to have a heyday.
The gloves.
You got DeAndre Hopkins with his Jordan gloves, and then you got you got a Nike pair of gloves and an Adidas pair of gloves below that, and Jordan's up there. That's DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, just a baller for making that catch. And, Julio, he made a really big catch in that Super Bowl that should have been able to win them a Super Bowl, but because it didn't, I just think DeAndre Hopkins has done enough now, especially with that catch, that he has leapfrogged Julio Jones, in my opinion.
Yeah. Jerry, what you think?
I mean, it was just a hard fought game. It sucked. I mean, it didn't suck that it came down to that last play, but like for the Bills, that had to hurt.
Yeah.
Because Josh Allen was driving down the field and had a really good drive, but then Kyler Murray put the ball perfect into Hopkins' hands.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was about to say, Dalvin Cook and Josh Allen on that drive. Beautiful pass as well, right in the corner of the Stephon Diggs. My goodness, I don't know why I was, that's for the future talking about Dalvin Cook. But Stephon Diggs was amazing on that catch, right in the corner, right where he could catch it. Allen did a great job on that throw, and then Kyler Murray said, "Hold my beer and watch this." And it's just chucked it down the field, so it was super fun.
You could tell that he was just an all-around athlete. I mean, never lost a game in Texas high school football as a starter. So I mean, he's a competitor. He like Hopkins, he's a dog. I mean, the Cardinals might be a team. They might come out of the West. Yeah. So we'll see how that works. I mean, we might get 3 teams in the West, but. I mean, Cardinals could be the top dogs.
Because people talk about DeAndre Hopkins' catch, but how Kyler Murray made that throw was also crazy. I mean, he's escaping the pocket. He's escaping the pocket, has a D lineman on him, breaks off the tackle, running out of bounds, and just throws a perfect dot to where only DeAndre Hopkins can jump up and catch it. Now, was the throw better than the catch? No. But, I mean, the way he made the throw was good, so we can't discount what Kyler Murray also did to get
like
the ball.
Kyler Murray's tweet said, "Shid." Hopkins is down there somewhere. I'll just chuck it down there and see what happens.
We got the game of the weekend we all been talking about. We got my guy over here, Joe, Vikings fan. My guy, Andrew, Bears fan.
Chiefs fan.
Joe got the dub as the Vikings beat the Bears 17-13. What happened?
All right, boys, it's my turn. We're going to fire Matt Nagy. We're going to fire Ryan Pace. We're going to get Mitchell Trubisky out. We're going to get Nick Foles out. We got to restart fresh, man.
Wow.
Our defense played amazing. Amazing. Special teams, amazing. We couldn't do anything in the second half. The only reason we were in that game is because of the second half. My Bears need to wake up. I think we got to refresh, and I'll let Joe talk, but then I want to tell you what the Bears are going to do after this.
You going to top that, Joe?
Well, I mean, I also think you don't give enough credit to the Vikings defense, but now the Bears offense, atrocious, but the Vikings defense made plays too. You got to give them credit for that.
Yeah, they did.
Now, Cordero Patterson, Hutchinson Community College alum, he brought that play back on the first play of the half. I was like, okay, we're in trouble. But, I mean, when the Bears offense can't move the ball, that's scary. Now, the Vikings, I was telling this in our group chat, they are not going to win the NFC North, but they are the best team in the NFC North. Now, I'm going to get some looks and some disagreements because of that, but the last 3 weeks, win at Lambeau Field against the Packers, win versus the Detroit Lions, win at the Bears on Monday Night Football. The last 3 weeks, they've beaten the other 3 teams in their division. Right now, they're playing the best, and then the next 3 weeks, they got Cowboys, Panthers, and another team that they should beat. So, I mean, if they go 3-0 in the next 3 games, they're contending for a wild card spot, especially with that extra wild card spot.
Being a Bears fan, watching the game, and the Bears doing a really good job holding Mr. Cook. There we go. That's who I was talking about earlier. But the Vikings found their game. Give the ball to Dalvin Cook. And they did a really good job with it. The Bears defense did good. But but I'm happy for Vikings fans that they now have their personality and they know what they're going to do during the game.
And it was really hard to watch for a while because, all those – Dalvin Cook's finally healthy. If I can find some wood, I'm going to go knock on that real quick because Dalvin Cook struggles to be healthy. But, when Dalvin Cook is healthy, Vikings are a really good football team. I mean, we saw it last year. I think it was Week 16 on Monday Night Football. It was around Christmas, so it wasn't a very big audience. But we had Dalvin Cook out, and Alexander Madison, he's a great, 2-back, and, will get good yards, when Dalvin Cook has been crushing them down the middle and they aren't really expecting him to hand it to Madison. But he is not the same force. I mean, Dalvin Cook gets through the hole, and then he's a great running back.
He's a beast.
Arguably the best running back in the league. I'm not going to try to debate him to be the best, but arguably the best running back in the league. And it's good to see because Kirk Cousins thrives off play action pass, and I mean, and then with Jefferson and Thielen doing well.
Monday night sucked. It just sucked.
So since the Bears are redoing their whole team, the Chiefs can give Khalil back. That's fine with you.
The Bears are not giving anything to the Chiefs. We already gave you Patrick Mahomes. You should be happy enough with that. Hot take. I just want to say this out there. I talked to this about my dad last night after the game. He thought this was crazy, but in my opinion, I think Michigan is going to fire Jim Harbaugh, and I think Jim Harbaugh is the next coach for the Chicago Bears. Being a old Bears player, and that's a very, very hot take.
Are they firing Nagy, though?
Yes, they're firing Nagy. Get Nagy out of there. When they give the place to the offensive coordinator, and yet they still lose because their offense sucks, man, we just need to fix everything. Nick Foles didn't work. Mitchell Trubisky didn't work. We gave up Patrick freaking Mahomes. And another guy, Deshaun Watson. What were we thinking? Man? Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I could rant for hours about this.
Well, at least Jay Cutler isn't your quarterback anymore. But sorry, okay, I'm getting too deep into your feelings.
It's okay.
But, yeah.
It's all right.
That wraps up NFL. I just have one more question. Who's the MVP right now?
I already said it, Russell Wilson. Still.
Wow.
What?
He's going to turn around.
Are you serious?
Yes.
He's not even in the top 5 anymore. He's not in the top 5 anymore.
Two or what? 1 or 2 weeks?
More like 3-4 weeks. Not gonna lie to you. I think I seen Shannon Sharp talk about it earlier. In the past 3 weeks, he's had the most turnovers out of any quarterback in the past 3 weeks. So yes, in 3 weeks it could end. He's out of it just like that.
Yeah.
Kobe, who's your MVP?
Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes. I mean,
what happened to
he has 27 touchdowns, 1 interception. You can't beat that. He's second right now in passing yardage, 89.3 QBR throughout the season, out of 100. So that's a B+. He's ranked second for QBR. So I mean, you can't beat that. Patrick Mahomes, the best quarterback in the NFL. Nobody's better than him.
Like you said last episode, he's like LeBron in the sense he should get it every year.
Yeah.
And so, but Andrew, I see you did a little Aaron Rodgers research here.
My
so.
MVP is A-Rod. I've been saying this since day one. When they drafted Jordan Love, you can go back on my Twitter and find it. I said, hot take, Aaron Rodgers is going to be the MVP this year. 2,578 yards for 26 touchdowns, 3 interceptions on the year. So pretty good. You're right. Mr. Patrick Mahomes only got one interception.
And more touchdowns. And more touchdowns than Patrick Mahomes.
So he's
we're not
on
going to bring
rate
that
to
up.
get 5,000 yards.
Yeah, okay, but listen. Aaron Rodgers is a beast and deserves to be the MVP. I'm a Bears fan in saying this, guys. Come on.
And I'm a Vikings fan, and I think Dalvin Cook.
Oh, my goodness.
Leading
I
the
respect that.
leading in the league in rushing, and I don't think he's going to put up Adrian Peterson numbers. I don't think he's going to get to 2K. I mean, that's, you could go off a couple of times and get to 2K, but I just think the difference between the Vikings with Dalvin Cook and without Dalvin Cook, I mean, it is astronomical, and they're such a better football team without him. And, we could talk Alvin Kamara and Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, but I've never seen a difference like I've seen between non-Dalvin Cook Vikings and Dalvin Cook Vikings. It's just such a difference.
It's a good point.
They're so much better football team, and I say the Vikings are the best team in the NFC North. Just like I said earlier, with Ben Roethlisberger needs to be healthy. If Dalvin Cook's not healthy, I mean, then Vikings are not a good football team anymore. I'm just being straight up. So.
Transitioning over to the NBA, free agency has now started. Actually, sorry, not free agency, but trades are now starting to be approved, and player deals and all that. And the first big trade, there's been 2 so far that have been pretty big, I would say. First one, Oklahoma City Thunder finally got rid of Chris Paul, and in comes in Ricky Rubio, Kelly Oubre, 2 first-rounders.
Yep.
I mean, there were some other players thrown in, but they aren't that special. Sorry. if you're watching this,
They're
I'm
just
sorry.
NBA players.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Whatever.
But I mean, what do you guys think?
I think the Thunder are setting themselves up for greatness for the next 2-3 years. I think they're going to do a really
7.
good job. 7.
They got this all
7,
the way to
8, 9,
2026.
Yeah, man. It doesn't. Listen, my family, the Buns, are huge Thunder fans and KU fans. So they're pretty excited to see Kelly Oubre in a Thunder jersey. So it's going to be pretty fun to see.
Yeah, and I know a lot of girls around here are happy to see Kelly Oubre in a Thunder jersey too. So I mean, yeah, but in all seriousness, I think the Suns. I was looking forward. I'm a Timberwolves fan. Vikings, Timberwolves, and Minnesota, everything, then Kansas for college sports. But the thing is, I was really hoping that the Timberwolves could bring Devin Booker to Minnesota, but now that's not a possibility. The Suns, and it's a great move by the Suns. Build your team around Devin Booker. I mean, he has proven himself. He's a good player, and he's going to be a star in this league. Bring in a vet and but he's not just like one of those vets that's like gonna go out there and just like manage. He's Chris Paul is still that dude. So I mean, are the Suns gonna be like dangerous? No.
They're going to the second round. They're going now in the playoffs. Second round.
That West.
Nobody playoffs.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I think I see. I mean, I'm a fan. I'm a Thunder dude myself, but I'm a fan of all the teams, and especially the young guys on the team. I'm excited to see what DeAndre Ayton can do with Chris Paul as his point guard, and not. I mean, Ricky Rubio is fine. They're both playmakers, but Chris Paul can bring a lot to DeAndre Ayton. I think Chris Paul can unlock that potential, like he did with Shai. But I'm kind of wondering what's going to happen with Devin Booker.
Yeah.
As a Lakers fan, y'all know I'm a big Lakers fan. We won the finals. Best team in the planet right now. We got the Chiefs, we got the Lakers. I'm doing great in the sports world right now. But as a Lakers fan, I really wanted Chris Paul on the Lakers. I don't know if it was just me. Now, nothing's wrong with Dennis Schroeder. I love Dennis Schroeder. He's a good player.
Oh yeah.
He did some good things. With the Thunder. He's coming from the Thunder.
You guys got to steal out of that.
He did some good things for the Thunder, and he's a good scorer. Like he could come off the bench, whenever because LeBron brings the ball up a lot. So whenever LeBron's not in, we finally have, somebody else to bring the ball up that can score, get assists. But I really just wanted Chris Paul. I don't know what it was, because people forget how good Chris Paul is.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, even with the Rockets,
He carried the Thunder to a playoffs this year.
literally, and people want to talk bad on him because when he was with Houston, but I'm like, he still was putting up good numbers with Houston.
Mm-hmm.
It was just chemistry at that
Yeah,
point.
it was just chemistry problems. So
James Harden.
I'm like, I don't understand why people bash on Chris Paul so much. Like, he still isn't that guy, as Joe said. He is that guy.
Yeah.
So I wanted him bad as a Lakers fan, but nothing's wrong with Dennis Schroeder. Plus, I don't know if Rondo's going to leave yet, so we can't have Chris Paul and Rondo boxing in the locker room.
I mean, it used to be, Rondo and Chris Paul were like the best 2 point guards in the league, and
League has changed a lot since then.
right. But, I mean,
Rondo still got it.
I think
He's like
Chris
90.
Paul and LeBron,
He's a champ.
the Banana Boat crew with Carmelo Anthony and Dwayne Wade. I think it would have been good fit, but also it might have been too much. And I think the Lakers, there's all this talk about James Harden going to the Nets. So on the Nets, you'd have Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, and James Harden. Tell me on that team, maybe Kevin Durant, but tell me on that team who's going to pass the ball out of those three. I mean, let's be honest. Kyrie left Cleveland so he could start his own thing in Boston. Kevin Durant, I mean, he's
how'd
done
that
his
work,
thing.
Kyrie? How did that work, Kyrie?
But then now James Harden is out here, shooting more shots than anybody in the league, and by a large margin. So if that happens, who's going to pass the ball? And I don't think it'd be that bad if Chris Paul were on the Lakers, but I mean, it would kind of get to that point.
Well, it would just be a tough situation because the thing about James Harden, it's not like he doesn't pass it. Because just about 2 years ago, he was dropping triple doubles.
Right, yeah.
So, he's dropping assists easy. He gets assists easy anytime he wants. But the ball is in his hand to
it's
get those
always
assists.
him creating the plays for whatever team he's
So, I
on.
don't know how that would work. As far as I know, just give the ball to Kevin Durant, best player in the world.
There we go again.
You get it. You get the ball. You give the ball to Kevin Durant. I think they'll just be just fine. But I don't see Harden with the Nets working at all. I feel like he's more of a better fit with the 76ers.
I'm gonna go opposite. I kind of like that fit of Kyrie. I'm not a big fan of Kyrie that much, but I know he has skill. I like Kyrie with Harden and Kevin. And the thing is, Harden has gotten that role where he's kind of taken a step back. Obviously, it was his rookie year. He was a sixth man. He should have been started, but we needed defense. I'm not going to go into that. But, I think if Mike D'Antoni, who is the assistant coach now, if he can somehow get his way to Brooklyn, I think everything will be fine.
Nice.
That is true. D'Antoni did just come from Houston, so
That,
he might be able to work with
coaching
Harden
staff,
if Harden get there.
If Steve Nash actually works out as a head coach, and you still got D'Antoni with that quick offense that Steve Nash was also under with Mike D'Antoni, it's going to look nice.
Man, I can't wait for basketball to be back. Basketball is such an entertaining sport. The one thing I could say I don't like is sometimes how all the personalities clash and they all get in Twitter fights and they get in wars and stuff. It makes the game a little bit more interesting, but at the same time, just play the game and have a good time. I love basketball though. I want to kind of talk something big in the local area about college basketball.
Oh yeah,
Mr. Greg Marshall is gone. See ya.
No longer. No longer Petra players.
Let's talk. Let's talk about this. First thing let's talk about is, do we think it happened? And the second thing, do we think the allegation is true? And second thing, do we think Wichita State made the right choice here? Start off, Cody.
Yeah, I think it's true. There's no other reason he would be quitting because he quit. He quit, right?
He resigned, yes.
Yeah, he resigned. There would be no other reason for him resigning if it wasn't true. And it's just crazy because I can't imagine a coach punching me at all.
Yeah.
If a coach punched me, I don't know. I just don't know exactly what I would even do.
Yeah.
So, I think it's true, and it has to be true if it's coming out because, there's a lot of things that happen. As a basketball player myself, there's a lot of things that happen, in practices
that you don't talk about.
That you don't talk about.
Yeah.
But, if this comes out, then it must have You know,
It crossed a line.
It must have hit everybody the wrong way if it's coming out. So it was definitely a big thing. I think him resigning was definitely the right thing to do. What he still did was bad. It wasn't right, but you know, Wichita State needs to move forward with him.
As a Shockers fan myself and as a Shockers supporter, I verbally said to my friends, I said, man, if Greg Marshall doesn't leave, I'm no longer a Shockers fan. I think what he did to the players was wrong. I think what he did to his coaches were wrong. What he did to his fans were wrong. I loved him. You could see it. If you watch the game, you could see that anger coming out, but not anything like that. And it's really sad to me because I really enjoyed Greg Marshall as a person.
Yeah.
Like seeing him. I've heard some stories, but I've never witnessed it. Greg Marshall he put this program back on the map. But Wichita State did the right thing here. It's time to move on. It's going to hurt recruiting for a little bit, and let's just pray and hope that Wichita State gets back on the map and moves on. Big shout out to our cross-country men and women's team.
Yes.
Women's team,
Congratulations.
national champions. Let's go. Round of applause for that. Men got third place.
Good job, y'all.
So thankful just to see that team continue to grow and do a really good job. It was super cool to see what they're doing, and congratulations to them. It meant a lot.
You guys are going to have to hop over to the newscast. We got some interviews with Lubna Swede, national champion individually. She did the trifecta.
Yeah.
Region 6, JR Conference, and then the national championship. So, and then
close, too.
also got to talk with Adrian, runner-up finish, and we talked with Amos, who got third place in the last episode with Lubna also. So Lubna's going to get some airtime in back-to-back episodes, and it's well-deserved. She's a national champion. So
Yeah, I think it's going to be super fun. Super glad for them. We also going to have some more interviews and stuff on the sports side, so please go check out the newscast and get into that. We're going to call that a show. You guys killed it today. We'll make sure Jared's going to put this all together and do really good at it. Guys, the three-point contest was awesome. We're going to have a good time. Follow our Twitter. We love y'all. See ya.